Yo, what's good, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day. So, as you guys can see by the title, I'm gonna talk about my experience coming out of the closet and how my parents reacted. Yeah. Alright, well, to start off, my name is Crystal, and yeah, it's my first video ever, so just bear with me. Let's start off with my mom's side of the family because I think that was the most hilarious part ever. Um, well, they were the first ones to notice that I was a lesbian. Why? Because of my reactions and because there was this guy that wanted with me, and I was like, no, I don't like guys. Her side of the family was so relaxing. They're so like they're so delayed. Like they don't say much. Like they don't get into your business that much. So that was a good thing. Um, so when I came out to them, I was like, I don't like guys, and all that stuff. And they were like, oh, we understand. I mean, if you're happy like that, then we're happy. So there's no problem with us, as long as you're happy. So that was really like that was like a relief for me. So then after that, I came out to my mom. One day I was like, hey, you know what? I have to talk to you about all this stuff going on in my life. And she was like, okay, yeah, let's have a sit down one day and let's just talk and get it all out. So we did, and I was um, like I had no words in my mouth. Like literally, I didn't know how to say it. So I was just like, okay, well, I'ma say it. I'm a lesbian. And the only thing she said was, what? And she kept looking at me like she deeply stared at me. And I was like, yeah, I don't like guys, and all I want to do is be happy and be myself. I don't want to be someone who I am not. So might as well just get it all out. And if you understand me, I would appreciate it. I would be so happy. But if you don't, then I'm not gonna obligate you to do it. I'm not gonna force you. So I don't know. And I just shut down, like literally I didn't say anything. I just waited for her to say something. So she did. Like after 5 minutes, she was like, okay, well, I mean, I did kind of get like that feeling like you weren't a girly girl because the way you dress, because I'm like a totally tomboy. I think it's obvious. And she was like, oh, well, I thought about it before, but I didn't took it as serious. But now that you're coming out, then I am so glad for you. Just the way you are, I will always love you. So that day, I remember I started crying. I was like, oh my God. It's easier than I thought, because I thought it would be really hard just knowing the fact that they are so religious. And I was like, that's another relief, because I just told my mom, and she's like one of the most important person in my life. And the other one is my dad. And now my dad is, that's when things started getting hard, like really super hard, because my dad's like a whole nother thing. Like he doesn't play around. He doesn't like nothing. He's a very strict person. So when I got to my dad, because I wanted to do step by step, because I didn't want to do my mom and my dad together, because I know my dad is like a more hard person. So I just wanted him to, I don't know, like I wanted him to be alone and stress free, I would say. I just wanted him to be stress free and relaxed. Because I know if he would have been stressed about something or came home from work or stuff like that, he would have been like, he would have went off on me. That's what I'm trying to say. He would have went off on me. So I remember I I got that day and I was like, alright, well, I'm gonna use this day to tell him. And and I did. So I remember that day I went over his house and I told him. I was like, hey, I gotta talk to you about something. Like, I don't know how will you react to it, but I just need to get it off my chest. Like, literally. That's what I said. And he was like, okay, well, let's speak. And then I remember we were sitting on a picnic table and he was like right in front of me and I was so nervous. I was literally shaking almost to the point I was starting crying, but I didn't. So I was like, hey, Dad, you know what? I gotta talk to you about my preferences. So we started talking. I was like, hey, you know what? I like girls. I don't like guys. And for a minute, he was so confused. He was like, what do you mean you like girls? And I was like, yeah, I'm not a normal person, as you guys would call it. I am a lesbian. And he was like, you like girls, like actually date girls, kiss girls? And I was like, yeah. And he was just staring at me, just the same thing my mom did, like literally the same thing she did. So I was there and I did started crying because I am a freaking emotional person. I don't know why. But he was like, what am I gonna tell my friends? What is my family gonna think? What are they gonna say? And all this BS stuff. You know, it's like, well, first of all, I don't care what your family, your friends have to say. I'm gonna be me, and if I'm happy like that, I don't care who judges me, who criticizes me. All I wanna do is be me and be happy. I'm not coming out to the whole freaking world. I'm not expecting for anyone to like me. So the only two persons that I have in my head, in my heart, and the two persons that I mostly care about is you, being my dad and my mom. And he's like, well, you don't care because it's you, but I care because it's my family and blah, blah, blah. And he started saying all this stuff, you know. And I was like, well, if you're not going to accept me, then it's fine. You don't have to. I'm just going to leave and whatever. And that day I got so mad because we were both fighting. So we started yelling at each other. So I just decided to leave. So I left. And the next day I remember he called me. He was like, hey, you know what? Let's have a sit down and talk again. I explored it yesterday. I didn't mean to say what I said. So I just want to apologize to you and let's have another talk. So the day that we said we were going to have the talk came and we started talking and he said, you know what, I am happy for you for having the balls to come out, you know. And as a family so religious, you have really gained us, like, as long as you're happy. And I know I said things that might have hurt your feelings yesterday, and not yesterday, but the day that we had the fight. And I was like, yes, well, you did hurt my feelings, obviously, because you are mistreating your kid, you know, your daughter. Like, isn't a parent supposed to like their child just the way they are? Cause, like, yeah, like I had everything. I had a bad day, you know, everything, all the pressure came into me. And I just like, so he understood, and now we are all together. My family knows, and I think his side of the family event took it as well, but I don't give a fuck. Like literally, I don't give a fuck what other people have to say. Like as long as my parents understand me and took it right and they accepted me just the way I am, I don't care what other people gotta say. Literally. So just be free. And yeah, I think that's it. Cause I did have my I remember I did have my cousins tell me that they were not gonna accept me just because the fact that I like girls, and I was like, what? No. But yeah, I know it's not easy coming out to your parents, and if you're planning on coming out, just do it. It's I'm telling you, it's the biggest relief ever. I mean, you feel free, you feel freedom, because you can be with whoever you want, and not having to. How do I say this? Like not having to hide from everyone. Just if that makes sense, you know. So just be you and come on. Just come on, be free. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. It's my first video, so yeah. If you're watching this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give it a like. Comment if you ever experienced this or something alike, or if you know someone that experienced coming out to your parents or something like that. And yeah, thank you.